Luo Feng sat cross-legged, his biomimetic eye of destruction open between his eyebrows, observing a thick bone in front of him. Although the biomimetic eye of destruction could not match the observational abilities of high-level primordial life, within the Divine Emperor level, it was considered an extremely formidable secret technique of observation. The intricacies of life can also be utilized in this way. Luo Feng looked at the secret patterns inside the thick bone and felt suddenly enlightened, gaining new insights. Luo Feng had purchased over 300 remnants of low-level innate primordial life, either of the life type, destruction type, or a combination of both life and destruction. Moreover, all these mysteries surpassed the complete level of the Great Tao. What I need is exactly these. Luo Feng was completely immersed, fully focused on his comprehension. Low-level primordial life, high-level primordial life, world-level primordial life, primordial ancestor. Each leap represented a huge transformation in the essence of life. The complexity and profoundness of the secret patterns contained within were equally transformative. Luo Feng also realized his best way of comprehension should be to study from the low to the high, laying a solid foundation at each level of intricacy. By doing so, understanding the blood-colored scale from the Star Tower, which was the hardest, would also become much easier. A high-rise tower is built from the ground up. These remnants of low-level primordial life are the very foundation of a high-rise tower. Luo Feng absorbed a variety of knowledge with patience. As he comprehended these secret patterns, Luo Feng's path of destruction naturally broke through, reaching the ultimate realm. Having arrived in the Nine Rivers Sacred Realm for merely half an epoch, his path of destruction formally reached the ultimate realm. Of course, this was also because his path of destruction was already on the verge of breakthrough. Time passed. Finally, Luo Feng had completed a round of comprehension with all 300+ remnants. It's just a superficial round of comprehension. Luo Feng was somewhat surprised. Has it really been 36 epochs? It's time to start consuming primordial crystals. For the first round of comprehension, he did not use any treasures. Now, Luo Feng consumed primordial crystals, significantly enhancing his state, and began to organize the knowledge from the first round of comprehension, integrating knowledge into his own cultivation system. Just by organizing and thinking, Luo Feng had spent another 15 epochs. If I hadn't come to the Nine Rivers Sacred Realm and hadn't come into contact with so many remnants of low-level primordial life, and relied solely on my own in-depth comprehension, when would I have uncovered so many mysteries? Luo Feng was quite pleased. That piece of blood scale from the Star Tower was like a light at the farthest reach of the cultivation path. Too far from Luo Feng, like a mortal who can see a distant star. But is it possible to walk there? The dark journey is too long and far, full of peril. Thus, more resources are needed to break through the obstacles layer by layer. Start the second round of comprehension. This time Luo Feng, in the state of using primordial crystals, went through his comprehension carefully. This second round of comprehension was clearly much faster, taking only 12 epochs to complete. He then spent another 6 epochs to once again integrate the knowledge into his system. During this process, Luo Feng spontaneously created several ultimate realm secret techniques of the life and death Tao. Once the knowledge is accumulated, the creation of secret techniques becomes a matter of course. Begin the third round. Luo Feng picked up a bottle beside him. Inside the bottle were 3 pills that were an excellent aid for cultivation in the weaker stages, called Heaven and Earth Unity Pill, each costing 30,000 primordial crystals. This was far more extravagant than consuming primordial crystals, but the effects were much better. Heaven and Earth Unity Pill was a green Dan pill, radiating a faint white light all over, stirring the mysterious fluctuations of many rules, as if it wanted to blend into the Heaven and Earth rules at any time. Luo Feng controlled it with a strand of strength and swallowed it. As the pill entered his mouth, boom, Luo Feng felt his whole body and even his soul become one with the Heaven and Earth rules. His thoughts accelerated explosively. Casually glancing around, insights emerged in his mind. The state was extraordinarily wondrous. Commencing the third round of comprehension of these remnants, Luo Feng started his comprehension with the foundation of the previous 2 rounds, and now with the aid of the Heaven and Earth Unity Pill, Luo Feng's comprehension went straight to the essence, understanding many deeper mysteries of life and destruction. Life, destruction, time continued to pass, Luo Feng immersed in it. The joy of seeking the Tao, brimming in his heart. Unknowingly, the effect of the pill passed. Luo Feng immediately consumed the second one, fully engrossed in comprehension. Not even finished with the effect of the second pill, Luo Feng completed the third round of comprehension. After that, he began to sort out and integrate his insights. Boom! During this process, his understanding of the great Tao of life and death continued to rise, and he naturally grasped the complete life and death Tao. Luo Feng didn't stop. He even took the third pill and continued with his comprehension and understanding. The knowledge of life and death clashed and merged incessantly. Luo Feng felt his brain slowing down significantly in an instant. With a severe sense of fatigue and pain, his state deteriorated greatly. The effect of the pill is gone. Luo Feng finally halted his cultivation. What a good damn pill! This heaven and earth unity pill can be taken up to 10 in a row. But after taking 10, the soul will be hurt and will need to rest with some treasures for a few epochs. If it's just 3 or 5 pills, it's merely extreme fatigue. Luo Feng smiled. This retreat lasted 87 epochs. It was better than the 2,000 epochs of comprehension on the land of origin. Luo Feng was certain of this. With the help of many resources, the effects indeed matched dozens of times over, the key being that on the land of origin, he couldn't have come into contact with enough low-level primordial life remains, and might have hit a bottleneck. No knowledge, on the other hand, could allow for a flash of inspiration to break through the bottleneck. The great Tao of life and death has reached the ultimate realm. Luo Feng was not at all surprised. Back in the land of origin, with the great Tao of life and death, he had already comprehended 8 ultimate realm secret techniques. Accumulating a dozen more secret techniques, a breakthrough was also possible. This time, he merely pondered over the knowledge contained within the remains, and in the process, he naturally made a breakthrough on the side. Life, destruction, and life and death. I'm quite certain about the future direction of these 3 paths, Luo Feng revealed with a smile. In terms of profoundness, there are the Star Tower, the Eye of Life and Death, and 2 kinds of special life remnants. Regarding the foundational secret patterns, there's also an abundance of low-level primordial life remains. Having seen enough possibilities, Luo Feng became more certain about the future. My path of life, the future direction, is to pursue the larger the life, the better, the stronger the origin of life, the better. Luo Feng determined this. Bigger is better. As vast as the source world, even larger than the source world. My life, no longer restricted. The bigger the better, as long as I can control it, then pursue the ultimate vastness, Luo Feng thought. Other cultivators don't dare to do this. Simply being big has many drawbacks. For instance, it greatly weakens capabilities in combat, escape, and many other aspects, making one an easy target for the enemy. The destruction path pursues the ultimate killing methods. No need to worrying about the rest, just need to kill. These 2 paths, both are extremes. Normal cultivators wouldn't do this, too many flaws. Luo Feng can do this because he also has the great Tao of life and death to fuse the 2. My life and death path, however, is to integrate the 2 into one. Luo Feng was very clear. These 3 directions are all difficult. The more extreme the paths of life and destruction, the harder it is to fuse the extremes into one. Yet, Luo Feng vaguely saw such a path within the blood-colored scale of the Star Tower. That piece of blood-colored scale made Luo Feng feel the endless vast horror of the life form. However, that terrifying life form's aspect of killing was still weak. Luo Feng felt that both were indispensable. To play on the strongest point of the blood-colored scale and then make up for its weaknesses. That would be his path. This path is difficult, and I'm just starting now. Luo Feng was still excited, because he finally had a vague plan for how to break out of the braided cage. He was also clear that the vague plan would definitely meet with many obstacles in the process of advancing. Step by step it is. Now, I need more low-level primordial life remains, Luo Feng thought to himself. Low-level primordial life, their strength ranged from early stage of Divine Emperor to the perfection. The stronger the life form, the more profound the secret patterns. The more than 300 pieces Luo Feng bought, costing an average of 300 primordial crystals each, were obviously one of the cheaper kind. Get ready, and then go hunting with Emperor Qing. Luo Feng first took the primordial crystals to recuperate for some time, and then created some secret techniques suitable for his 5 avatars based on the complete Great Tao of life and death. Once the complete Tao is comprehended, any move made at will is an ultimate realm secret technique, and he can even combine many moves to create forbidden moves, killing moves, whose powers can qualitatively change. This is also why an early-stage Divine Emperor Enlightened is comparable to a middle-stage Divine Emperor Primordial Bloodline Cultivator. Unknowingly, another 3 epochs passed. It's time to come out of seclusion. Luo Feng felt well prepared and immediately got up and walked out of the quiet room. Emperor Qing knew that Luo Feng was in seclusion and was very patient. His first time coming to the 9 Rivers Sacred Realm, he too was purchasing various resources to further his strength before going out for adventuring and hunting. Emperor Ming and Difu went out again. Emperor Qing shook his head slightly. They are diligent in going out. Emperor Ming and Difu did not carry a single primordial crystal with them when they went out. Absolutely poor. The two of them naturally were not afraid of being robbed. They wandered around Yulan City, looking for opportunities. They even went to some merchants to look at the remains. Although they viewed them through a separate space and could not see in great detail, they could still garner some gains. Difu's strength is too weak. He even struggles to find work in Yulan City. However, Emperor Ming, with his primordial bloodline, barely reached the early-stage Divine Emperor strength and could find a job, Emperor Qing thought, but he seems dissatisfied. Regarding this, Emperor Qing couldn't be bothered to interfere too much. Providing a free place to live was already a big help. Suddenly, Emperor Qing sensed Luo Feng leaving his space. Emperor Qing, Luo Feng also saw the distant Emperor Qing at a glance. Finished your seclusion. Emperor Qing was surprised and smiled. Why so soon? It's the first time coming to the 9 Rivers Sacred Realm. You still need to understand those resources properly. Almost there, Luo Feng smiled. I'm getting ready to purchase suitable weapon secret treasures, and then I can go out for hunting. Oh, Emperor Qing showed joy. Ready to go out for a hunt.